You brought the guitar in. But of course, Xavier is multi-talented.
Check the bag. That's what games need.
No, please, I need the bag.
You can lust after many things in life, including camera equipment. So welcome everybody. I'm Yunus. I'm going to facilitate the session. Xavier, over to you. We'll take it as we go. But we're gonna squeeze a little bit of extra time in this room. So we've started a little bit late, but there's another event happening here, but we'll try and stall them as long as we can.
So what I'm gonna do, guys, I mean, because I thought about this quite deeply, and I know that we are on different levels. So some people maybe are more advanced, some people are professionals. A professional photographer just means that you make money from photography. Whether you're good or not, it doesn't matter. If you're making money, you're a professional photographer. So I just wanted to go back to basics, because even myself, who I shoot every day of my life for the last 5 years, most likely, and sometimes I go and I forget the basics. So I want to go through the basics with you guys, teach you a little bit of that, and then I want to do a live demonstration on how do you know what a beauty look is. It's something we do for fashion. So it's what we do for camera, for covers and adverts and everything. So that, if you're a professional, this will be very, very interesting. And then we'll touch on the basics as well. So you guys, this takes sometimes quite a bit of work. It does look complicated, but I want to make it very easy for you guys. So just keep it sick. Just want to test that all my lights are working. Later. So, Eunice, the presentation, can we put it here somehow?
I'm sure we can.
That would be great. On a camera. So let me, I'll just start speaking while I'm doing things. When I was in standard 9, which is my grade 11, I just arrived here in 1989 from Peru. And my parents took me to those altitude tests at this. And it was this cold room, it was dark, it smelled funny, and I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be a doctor. My dream was to be a doctor. So that year, the standard 9, I spent studying medicine, so I could apply to a university in Mexico and be a doctor, and that was my dream. So when I was writing all my prelims, I was studying anatomy and this and that, and I went to this aptitude test, thinking that the test would say, you have all the talent to be a doctor. 2 weeks passed, I got the results back, and guess what the first thing said I should be? A photographer. Like, what? Like, who wants to be a photographer? Really? You know, when I came from, at that time in Peru, a photographer would be somebody who would hang around historical sites and like take a picture within your family on Sunday. So that wasn't the kind of life that I kind of saw for myself. So the results came back, I was completely disheartened. The first one was a photographer, then a policeman, and then a baker. And you know, the funny thing is, I've become 3 of them. And I want to retire as a baker. It's fun, it's weird how life turns out. How did they know this? I will retire making croissants. Somewhere in the world, probably India. And I turned out to be a photographer. And it is the best thing that's ever happened in my life. As I said to you guys, 5 years ago, I didn't even own a camera. I was a musician for many years. I was a recording artist. And I used to travel a lot with an old Nikon. And remember just waking up in the mornings, every time I travel, and I would try to catch people doing what they did, like a fisherman coming out of the sea, or something. I wanted to capture life and tell stories, and I had no idea that was going to become my life. So I want to show you a couple of my. Can we go to the next slide? To my first photos. Before we start, if you want to find me, that's where you can find me. Instagram. I'm quite active on Instagram, Xavier Saer, and Facebook, Xavier Saer photography. You just take a little quick picture, and let's connect. I don't do Twitter, and maybe you can go one. I don't do Twitter. I do Instagram and Facebook, and that's my. Twitter's nasty. People are so mean to each other, and so yeah, Twitter's not good. And then that's just my wedding business. Actually, this is the first time I've been on Patio Hall with shoes on stage, because I always do the Hindu weddings, and obviously you can't step into stage with shoes. So like that. So that's my stuff. Can we go to the next? Okay. These are my first photographs. The first time I took I bought a Nikon. It was a Nikon D70, I think D70. I bought it second hand online, and I said, okay, let me travel the world. So this is my first photograph. Okay, right? Yeah, I'm not that weird, right? This is 5 years ago. This is in Mumbai. I think this one's okay. Not bad, right? Like the perspective is kind of cool. The touch, because I didn't want to do the normal touch photo, because it looks so nice in photographs. There's a million people all the time. I don't know how people do it without people. I think they Photoshop people out, but it's like crazy. So, and that's one of my best friends, Shanu Sharma from Dubai, and she showed me around everything. So that's one of the pictures. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah, that's it. Stereotypical, bit skew, I think. I see it now. That's very good, a bit like that. So. Yeah, and I like to document people, but I mean, I think, how would you take this picture? I would zoom on her and her, right? Because that tells more of a story than this. So I was still learning. Framings and how to, low thirds and all that stuff. So that's how I started. That's Berlin, horrible photo. Wow. Okay. Shocking, right? She's so honest. I think the honest of the English. Sometimes, what is that? It's just a cow going past. There's no story, right? Okay, can I open the next slide? These are my first portraits. That's my godson, Josh, and my Nina, my sister's children. It's a friend of mine. And this is how I started taking. This is my first portrait. So I think they're not too bad, right? The kid ones, it's not too bad. I had changed my camera though. So this is with a Nikon, and then I bought a full frame 5D Mark II and a 50mm 1.8 lens, the cheaper, the Nifty 50. And that changed. I mean, this is quite a ethereal little shot, I think. To me, I personally didn't think I was born with a gift. Some people aren't born with gifts, but you can work towards your gift. And that's my philosophy. I will, if I want to do something, I will do it, I will work harder than anybody else. And that's your trick, and that's your strength. You don't have to be gifted. You just have to work hard, to do whatever you want to do. And that's one of the things that, I've been a musician, I've been a published author, I'm a photographer. I just don't want to be stopped. We have one chance to make this life whatever you want to make it. So make it, I don't waste time. I'll do it, I'll just do it. And I go with 100% of my energy and my passion and my heart into something. Can we go to the next slide? This is so true. The first, I would put an extra 0. Right? Yeah. Practice, guys. Just practice. You have 1/25 of a second to make an impact, to tell a story. that doesn't come just like this. A lot of hard work. A lot of hard work. So as you can see from, I don't know if you, can we connect to the internet? No, from the laptop.
You can just go.
Yeah. I don't know if you see my work. Have you seen my work?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to show you how I've progressed with my work. If you can, it's okay. No worries. And you can check it on Instagram. No problem. Can we go to the next slide? Right. Give me a camera. Give me a cheapo, and I know I can take a good picture. Right. So this we get so lost behind equipment. What should I buy? Canon, Nikon, Sony, Fuji, blah 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 blah. Give me a point and shoot right now, and I'll take a beautiful portrait of anybody. It doesn't really matter what the camera is. So just look at. I'm not taking a photographer. I shoot from here because we have all a human story to tell. We're all humans, and that's what should be important, not the equipment. Hello. Thanks for coming. So don't worry about the equipment. I will go through equipment as well. Just give you a couple of pointers. Are you here to learn photography? What are you here for? Can I ask you a couple of questions just to make it interactive? What are you here for? What do you want to learn from me? Yes.
It's just how to take different shots, how to focus on certain things within a frame.
Right. Perfect. Anything else? Yeah.
Well, I'm a blogger, so I want to learn how to take more candid shots and things like that.
Great.
Maybe how to make the jump from being really into photography to making it your full-time job.
Great. Awesome. Yep.
How to use portraiture photography to make a side business.
Good business too. Okay. So it's more about learning, right? Okay. So let's go next slide. I was there. I was like so happy. It was like my second year of photography, and then I ended up in top building. Can I tell you a story?
Yes.
They were shooting. There's one of the guys from SAE said, "We want you to shoot the cover for top building." I'm like, bro, like, where's the joke here, right? I've been shooting for 2 years. I was like, no, we'll fly you to Ghana. You're gonna shoot the cover for SAE Sabona, Billy, and we're gonna pay you this much. Whoa. Whoa, okay, like, this is amazing. Like, where's the joke? And so anyway, I thought, you need a makeup artist, and we're gonna book this for my friend Maureen. And we said, come on, like, we just said it, we made it to top billing, we're going to Ghana, booked the flights, everything. We arrived at the airport the day we're leaving, and we're the first people to arrive out of the whole team. Now, SAE's got, like, we can take equipment, everything's paid, it's like a dream job. We're celebrating a 5 bottle of champagne at the airport. We missed the plane. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're celebrating that we got into a plane and we missed the plane. And by 5 minutes. I phoned a friend of mine who's a travel agent and said, please, get me to Ghana tomorrow, whatever it costs. She learned. Okay, we're gonna get you to Ghana by Ethiopia. We arrived 20 minutes before the shoot.
Sure.
You know, play a little of the video, maybe like on that. Oh my god, it was most one back. And it was just being played from. Sure. Okay. Just can you fast forward it to maybe like 3/4? Yeah, it's about 15 minutes, which I don't want to say. Anyway, so that was fun. That was really a lot of fun. And then from there, you know, from there, a lot of other things happened in my career. I started shooting a lot of celebrities, which is one of my main things at the moment. We're shooting Robert Maragua tomorrow. You know? So I'm shooting tomorrow. He wants me to shoot tomorrow, which is great. And so it's really opened a lot of things for me. We can go to the next. Then this woman called me, Jennifer Rush. She's mad, eh? That woman's mad. She told me, "Hi, this is Xavier. Yeah, Xavier. I'm coming from New York, and I'm coming to South Africa. I want to shoot you. I want you to shoot my South African and Asian tour dates and stuff." Wow, Jennifer Rush. I used to have a crush on her when I was I walked into a function yesterday. There's a guy singing the Power of Love. It's amazing, you know. So this another video. I don't know if you can play it. Maybe we'll do it louder. So this is what happens behind some of my shoots.
Hi, this is Xavier Saer from Ziyaad Plaatjes, and today we have.
I'm doing my top billing voice there.
We're doing her Middle East, Malaysia, and South African tour dates and images.
Oh, yeah.
Very excited that I have a great team, and I've got this studio here. It's Studio Space Pictures and Video.
She looks very sacred.
Sorry?
She looks very sacred.
He was planted on that chair, I tell you. That was probably the coldest day of the year. It was a cold front, and we had to be in a roof of building. We were freezing. So what I do then is, I'll tell you now why I do those funny things. And we're like such good mates now. She calls me every 3 months, how you doing? So why I do this funny thing is because I used to model for years. So I know how to pose a person, especially a girl. And guys don't know how to pose a woman. So I have to do like all those funny things, and I look funny, but it works. And that, I think, is set me a lot away from a lot of photographers in fashion, because I can direct somebody to the next. Can we go to the next? All right, how did I get here? I'll tell you, hard work. If you're gifted, amazing. Good for you guys. I wasn't. I just work hard. Number 2, University of Utrecht. It's free. And I promise you guys, first, shoot what you love. That's the most important thing. Shoot what you love. I don't do wildlife. Not that I don't love it, but I like people. I can't be sitting for 3 hours waiting for an owl. I shot Miss Universe 2 years ago, Miss Universe, and she came with a boyfriend from Finland, and his dad is a Canada ambassador, okay, major photographer. And this oak goes into the tundra, into a box like this, and stays there for 3 months in the snow, waiting for a white owl to come out of the hole. And he gets a prize-winning picture, but that's not my style of photography. I got it. I love people. So, in YouTube, you can find every single tutorial you can imagine. Try it and see what is that you like. So, I love YouTube. That's how I learned. And now, I invest in my education. There's something called RGG, education, and in creative life. So, I buy a lot of courses because I have to, in my commercial work, I have to have an age from other photographers because this market is saturated, guys. I just came back from New York. There's 12,000 photographers in New York. Okay, so and that's all professionals and all good. And I was speaking to a friend of mine, Anthony Friend, who's a photographer there, and he says in New York, you have to be so specialized. So they are photographers and they are burger photographers. People that specialize only in burgers, and that's all they do. And then after burgers, there's like double burger photography. I was like, are you serious? It's that competitive. Yeah, it's crazy. So always invest in your education. That's why you need to have an edge. Number 3, so important, guys. Don't be afraid to fail. I don't care. I started failing, and the moment you harden yourself, you stop your creativity. You judge yourself. We're not born knowing everything. Try it, you see if it works. Number 4, extremely important. 3 years ago, I went to this photographer. I don't know his name now. He's passed away. Passed away about 2 years now. And he's like the photographer. He shooting before I was even a thought. 45, 50 years he's been in the shooting. And I went to him and after 2.5 years, I said, "What can I learn from you?" And he looked at my work and said, "Are you shooting for 7, 8 years, right?" I said, "No, I'm shooting for 2. Okay, cool. And he said, "I like your work. However, you need to use good models and better your equipment." You can see the difference between my first shots and my second shots, right? Same time frame, I changed my equipment. And things look better. It doesn't have to be expensive, but if you can just invest a little bit in better equipment, the photographers will just go from here to here. So, very important, invest in good equipment and use good models. Oh, there you go. She's a very, very good model. She's done with most models. She's done amazing work. And every time I want to do something beautiful, I call you because I know I'm going to get what I need. She's just brilliant. So good models will change your work. Again, number 6, very similar to number 3. Be mindful of your mind, please. Your judgment. You know, when we are kids, you just play, right? Everything is beautiful. We're not judging. We just play. That's my work. I get paid to play all day. So for me, it's about freedom. Freedom is everything. Freedom in your mind to create. Once you take all this away from you, you can start creating things that are meaningful. And number 7, learn retouching. Huge. Right now, I outsource probably 90% of my retouching overseas. I do it in my budget, so that's a business. But I had to learn how to retouch. My first picture, oh my God. I went so hard with the softener. People are like, they're like perfect. I look at them like, oh, I cringe. That was so bad. But easy with the softener, guys. Make sure you see skin texture. The moment there's not skin texture, we don't look good. So retouching, so that one day you can outsource it if you need to. But it's so important because it takes your picture from here too. Also, again, University of YouTube. Okay, next slide. It was funny because I'm going on a client like after being like 5 years in front of a computer. So that's next one. So right. Okay. Next. Again. Okay. Next. Okay. So quick one about cameras, just to touch on the subject. Fuji is really coming to the market, and Sony in the last 2 to 3 years. So when I wrote this, it's about 4 years ago. But yeah, think of the camera you want to buy. To me, I started with Nikon, changed to Canon, because Nikon in South Africa is way more expensive than Canon. Because as far as I know, they come from Japan and they go to the Middle East, you get taxed, and then come to South Africa, and then the last. So we talk about almost the same product quality, or was the same, but you pay a little bit more for Nikon. So I didn't want to do that, so I turned to Canon. Potato, whatever, that's not the camera, but to me, Canon and Nikon produce much more choices than Fuji and Sony. So your Sony lenses are great, amazing cameras, but they're extremely expensive. So unless you're a commercial photographer, it doesn't really make business sense to buy a Sony and expect. Fuji, amazing cameras. They sponsored my trip to Peru this year, at December, January, and they gave me their best camera, and it was insane. I think Fuji is the fastest growing brand in South Africa, cameras, and they're much more affordable than Canon and Nikon, and the quality is amazing, and they're light, which is good. And now, I'm not making money from anything here. I'm not getting sponsored by anybody. I'm just telling you my point of view. So that just means that you can buy more lenses, more cheaper batteries or accessories. So that's why I prefer Canon or Nikon. Compatibility, of course. You can use a million lenses on my cameras. You can exchange. The lenses don't really lose a lot of value, so you can sell them and trade them off. I've hardly bought anything new for years. I usually just go online and buy secondhand. Usually products are pretty good. This year, actually, for the first time, I traveled to New York just to buy equipment because it's cheaper to buy there, fly, and stay in New York than buy in South Africa. Isn't that crazy? So, in terms of if you do video, I prefer Canon than Nikon for video. And I think a lot of the guys that will know that into video will know that. It's just Canon has put a little more effort as a company than Nikon in the video thing. Obviously the price difference, as I said, Nikon's a little more expensive. You can use quite old lenses on Canon. From 1987 you can use Canon lenses on your new ones. It wouldn't have autofocus, the quality of the glass will be that good, but you can use it. Nikon since 1959, you can use old lenses, but obviously no autofocus. Mirrorless is the future. I mean, now we use cameras that have shutter, right? The shutter, and then after 500,000 shutters, it's not working the same. So this is the way to go. I haven't changed yet. Fuji tried to change me into mirrorless, but I invested so much money into my equipment that right now it wouldn't make a sense. But I think in the future I will change to mirrorless. I don't know if you want to buy full frame or crop factor. Full frame just means in the old days, film was 35mm. So the sensor was, let's say, this size. And then when you buy sometimes a little bit more beginner or entry level cameras, you don't have that size of a sensor. It's a little bit smaller. It's like, so you call it 1.5 or 1.6. If it's that important to you, yeah. For me it's important because I'm a commercial photographer. Full frames are better depth of field. I don't know if you know that. I will go into that a little bit later. So full frame are a little bit better for depth of field and better for low light conditions. So for weddings, I do a lot of weddings. I shoot a lot in the night. Low light for me is extremely important. So for me, a full frame is the way to go. Yeah, of course, full frames are more expensive. Lenses. I think lenses are way more important than cameras. You can have a really good camera and a cheap lens, and the image will be a little bit inferior, as opposed to the opposite. So I always invest in good lenses. I don't know if you know the differences between wide lenses and short lenses. Okay, the wide lenses, where's my... yeah. There. I got this bag made this year. Oh, amazing investment. I had a car crash 2 years ago, and my car rolled, and my lenses were inside. So I said, never again. I will invest into something like this. Whatever happens, I'm protected. Okay, so this is like a wide lens, wider lens. It's a 24-70. So that means that I can capture things like a landscape, or I can zoom in and capture something like a portrait. So very handy lens, probably I'll say the most handy lens you can have if you own one good lens, 24-70. Okay, it's great for fashion as well. I like to use it in fashion because in fashion we kind of elongate the truth, I guess. That's the right word. So we make people taller, and if you turn the lens like this, you make the person that taller, which you don't want. If you turn it that way, shake it. Okay, so if you want to make people taller, use a wider lens and just use it as a portrait shot. Okay. Sometimes you see like all those funny like. How do you guys do it? Like funny poses, you know, like. And if you shoot from bottom up, it just looks very cool. So it's good for fashion. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of this for portraits. Let me be honest. Sometimes wider lenses distort your face a little bit, makes you bigger. You know, so if you put it very close, my nose will be much bigger. So I always say to the ladies, whatever's closer to the camera looks bigger. So if you want to pose, it is enough. Alright, so even for selfies, don't go like this because you want to go like. Okay, so wide lens. Very, very cool. See, also when you use wide distances, seems larger, so great for landscape and so on. Now, telephoto is what I'm using here. Now, these lenses are very expensive because they're so generic. You can do so many things with these lenses. Now, this is like one of my favorite portrait lenses. You see this lens and you can't miss it. Like when you walk into a wedding with this lens, it's like, I'm a serious photographer. You know, like I thought about changing to Fuji system for weddings and stuff because I got a friend that chooses Fuji. But like the camera is like this, you know. You're at a wedding, like nobody takes you seriously. You know, the ankle camera, so he pushes you out of the way. You know, with this, you just echo. So beautiful 70 to 200. So that's 24-70. This is start at 70 and goes all the way to 200. Why is it a good portrait lens? Because it compresses. So at 200, you are pushing the image closer. So what people look slimmer. People want to look slimmer and nicer. Now, because you are 2.8, it's a very shallow depth of field. So if I focus on your eye, on a 2.8, your skin starts going softer from here and blurry. And people go, and you show the pictures of the clients, and they go, oh my gosh, look like this. I'm like, but yeah, still in. So beautiful portrait. Now, someone was saying candid shots. Yes, the vlogs. Great lens for candid because you can catch people far away and they're natural. So I use it for weddings to get those emotional shots, you know. So great lens, expensive though. However, you can rent lenses for about 200 rand a day, 250 bucks a day. So you can invest in that and then slowly build your thing. I bought this second hand, 12,000 rand. And you know, so it is expensive, but if you buy new, it's double that. So I don't buy new stuff; it's just expensive. Wide lenses, I got one even wider, 1740. I use this for my hotel stuff because it captures the whole room. They're great for landscape, architecture. It does create distortion, like I said, when you close. So I don't use it for portraits. It's good for low light, of course, and shake, because when somebody, if you're capturing this much of a space and you're shaking, it doesn't really make a difference, right? But if you're capturing a telephoto and it's very close, you will see the shake and the picture will be blurry. So be very careful. So these are a little rule that I use for telephoto. If you are at 200 millimeters, so I'm shooting something quite far away. One of the gentlemen over there. I'm going to try to shoot there. Any little shake will make a blurry photo. So if you have 200, make sure that your speed is about 200. Very simple rule. Okay, so that's just to avoid shake. This is great for wildlife because animals can't see you, you're very far away. Great for sports because obviously the oaks are whatever running around. As I said, it's great for portraits. And then that's a rule. Yeah. Then I've got a macro lens, which is more like a specialized lenses, what people use to take insects and all stuff, which is one of my interests. But also great for, I might show you later. This is the stuff. This is the kind of lens that you can do a ring for a wedding, and it just focuses on the ring, and everything else in the back is blurry. Macro lens, beautiful, beautiful. I also use it for beauty shots, so I might just use it on Dion a little bit later, just to show you the difference between that and this. This is great for product photography because it isolates the subject, and so it brings everything very, very close. Beautiful. And then prime versus zoom. I am a prime guy. I like prime lenses. Why? My favorite portrait lens, 85mm 1.8. The 1.2 is like 15,000 rand more expensive. It makes no difference to me. I don't need a 1.2. 1.8 is like 6,000 rand, and it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is great for portraiture. Why? Inside there are a couple of glass pieces. Inside our zoom lens, there's like 15 glasses. So now light has to go through 15 pieces of glass. So your image is not as sharp. It is useful, but it's not as sharp as this. So if I go to a wedding, I will have my 85mm and my 35mm in maybe 2 cameras. I will use that in certain occasions, like let's say the bride coming from I need that because then I can take pictures of her far away and closer. But I usually like the quality of this glass and the 35mm. Now, Canon lenses, of course, are expensive, but Sigma lenses is a new kind of series called the Art series from Sigma. Much cheaper, probably 30% cheaper than Canon, and I find them superior to Canon's quality. Okay. I love Sigma lenses, especially the Art series. This is a 35 1.4. I use this, I would say 70%. You know black coffee? Yeah. I think it's winning at sunset, and I use 70% of my shots for this 35mm lens. Okay, beautiful, sharp lighting, really nice color representation of the color, so it's beautiful. So what else? That's my lenses. Okay, go next one. All right. Now this is my wife. This is my wife. Where is the baby? Where are you? You know, like if you're a kid and you dream of a Ferrari or like a Porsche or something. This is my dream. So I wanted that here. It's a lot of saving. And have you heard of a Hasselblad? Okay. This is it. Just wanted to show you guys. I might even shoot it with it later. Sorry, baby. I didn't ask you. You had me at head. Okay. This camera in the world, guys. This is like I've dreamed about it for 5 years. So I'll show you how, a little bit later how we. If you want, you can even shoot with it as well. For fun. Okay. All right. So that's my Hasselblad. Can we go to next thing? Okay. This is a question that who shoots JPEGs here? No one. Okay. Good. I want to get a T-shirt that says "I shoot raw." Why raw? Why raw? I only shoot raw. So I actually shoot both of them. So what I do, just a tip. On my card, I shoot raw, and I assign the smaller pictures that are shown on your screen to be small JPEGs. So that if you assign it as raw, it takes a little bit of processing power. So you can show the client it takes a while to go from one picture to the next. So I make my pictures raw. I usually shoot medium, about 20 megs per picture. if it's a hotel, I will shoot 50 megs per picture or whatever, because we need bigger size files. If I'm shooting a commercial project and we need to expand that into a big file, I will shoot a big raw file. Otherwise, there's no need to shoot raw files. Some